Good afternoon, everyone. This is Grizzly Rising, and I'm reporting from behind enemy lines. I know it's been a long time since I've done a video. Part of the reason is I've been extremely busy with school. I'm learning automotive technologies at my local community college, and it's a very intense course. The instructors are very tough, which is good because you learn a lot more when you have tough instructors that have high expectations of their students. And it's really kept me busy between going to school, which involves lecture time, and actually working in the shop/lab environment and doing homework. I get very tired. I mean, when I get home from school, the first thing I want to do is kick off my steel-toed boots, go drop some kids off at the swimming pool and relax, eat something, chill out a little bit, to go to bed. And needless to say, I don't have much time to do stuff like videos, podcasts, whatever, etc. It's all. The other part of the reason is I'm just kind of a little burnt out in doing content. You know, it's always the same old thing. Women bad, men good. Not all men are good, not all women are bad, but a lot of women have gotten out of control in the West. And it's just talking about the same old shit. It kind of leads me into my second point. And my second point is that we as men, we need a purpose. We need something to do. We need something to strive towards and work for. It's very important. Men are not meant to just sit around, goofing off, smacking it to anime, and watching cringe video producers like Mr. Elite and Desert Trash Man. We need to be out there doing something. You know, a lot of the MGTOW guys, they've sworn off women. They're never going to get with a woman. They're never going to have sex or cohabitate or have children with a woman. And they just realize it's not for them, which is fine. It's very fine. It's extremely fine. Do you, man. Just do you. Have a good life. But now we've all come to that realization, what's next? Just sitting on our butts and watching anime and smacking it, or playing video games all day, working some no-load, low-skilled, no-skilled job, and just living a pitiless existence. I don't think that's good for a man. You know, it's not good at all. It's pretty bad, actually. Don't mind me, I'm just messing around with some buttons. However, we need to find a new purpose. We need to find something to give our lives meaning and direction. And with that being said, I hate to say it, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Men need to get a life. You need to get a life. You need to do something with yourself. Men are not meant to just sit by and do nothing. They're not meant to be idle. That's not natural for a man to do. A man's got to have a purpose. A man should be doing some purposeful work. Something that leads him into a direction. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to go to school for what I'm doing. Once again, do you. And I'd urge all the young men out there to go out, get a hobby, learn a trade or two, and not sit there with their thumbs up their butt spinning around. It's not good for men. We see this constantly in our society nowadays. We see men are just listless, directionless. They're underperforming. And look, don't go to work. Don't make money to please a woman. Do it to please yourself. Do it to increase your quality of life. Get out and get a life. Laziness and a sedentary lifestyle is not for a man. That's what women do. Men are doers. Okay? Men are doers. And a lot of these guys, you know, they're just, they're directionless. They have nothing. They're without a rudder. Find a purpose. Get a hobby. Find something to do, whether it's, like I said, whether it's learning how to fix a bicycle and riding it around, whether it's doing art, which I'm kind of not good at, learning a trade, traveling. Find something with a purpose. Quit being directionless. One thing I realized when I escaped California was that there's this whole vast space around all of us called the real world. We're not meant to live in a virtual environment where we sit in our basement covered with Cheeto dust, pissing in a bottle so, you know, we don't get killed in some BS PvP video game. We're meant to be out there doing, we're meant to be in motion. That's what we're built for. We're built for that. Our bodies are built for that. Our bodies are meant to be doing something. In my personal opinion, we should be doing something with our hands. Crafting, repairing, fixing, building. Learn to be a plumber. Learn to be a carpenter. Learn how to be an electrician or an electronics technician. In my case, auto mechanic. Do something. Instead of just going to some job like at Walmart or working at a fast food joint or, as a coffee Nazi at, shit fucks coffee, go out and do something. Get some direction. It will add value to your life. You'll make more money. You'll feel better about yourself. You have increased self-esteem, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. The way we build self-esteem is through doing esteemable acts. Learning new stuff is an esteemable act. Now, I would recommend you don't go to college and get some nonsense degree like sociology, gender studies, psychology, English lit, underwater basket weaving, or other BS like objective, subjective, whatever you want to call it, degrees. If you want to go to college for something like becoming an engineer, a scientist, a medical doctor, a nurse. If you don't want to work around women, get into a blue-collar trade. There are some women in the blue-collar trades, but there are not many. It's a male-dominated field. It's not because of sexism. It has everything to do with the fact that women don't want to do those type of jobs. And remember, guys, men, we're the ones that keep society running. If we all decide to just walk off and say, screw it, I'm not doing this anymore, society will fall apart within a day. Because there's no woman out there that's going to maintain the sewage systems, the electrical lines, the telephone lines, the infrastructure of the road. No woman wants to work in the sewers. No woman wants to get dirty. They don't want to do that kind of stuff. That's why it's a male-dominated field, because women just don't have the physical strength, the mental strength, intellectual acuity, stamina, desire, wherewithal to do those kind of dirty jobs. But we do. And you can make really good money in the trades. Once again, do something. Quit being listless, directionless. Just quit being a fat fucking lump, sitting on your butt, playing video games all day, and smacking it to anime, or whatever you smack it to. Go out and do something. Yeah, when I was living in LA, when I was living in Skid Row, I did video games, and I also did podcasts and videos as an outlet, as a way for me to do something. Trust me, living there like that was a slow burning hell for me. Because I really couldn't go out and do much because my neighborhood was a war zone, and I didn't feel like getting on the bus with all the stink fiends, drug addicts, drunks, losers, bums, etc., and travel down to the beach. So I was kind of in a spot. Now that I'm out of that spot, I'm actually doing stuff now. And I'm really glad that I made the choice that I made. I'm actually involved. I'm learning stuff. I'm getting out. I'm studying. I'm getting my head out of my rear end. I'm not constantly focusing on how bad society is and how bad women are. And while that's all it's true, you need to have something to get away from that. You need to have something else to focus on in a positive direction. So yeah, that's why I haven't been doing videos. I kind of get sick of talking about the same BS stuff that we in the manosphere talk about. And look, I'm not dogging on guys that do this for a living. I'm not dogging on your Rollos, Donovan Sharps, MLD types that actually are influencers and do make content in an effort to make money. I'm talking about the basement dwellers like Desert Trash Man, Hammer Nuts, MGTOW Pictionary, Mr. Lee, Mr. Foaming at the Mouth, and the rest of those spurgs. And what's the other guy? Mike the meth head moron. Those guys, they're just spinning on it. They're not going any direction. They're like at sea in a raft, just going in circles. They're not going east, west, north, south, or whatever. They're just talking about rehashing the same crap, rehashing the same stuff, not offering any solutions for men. Talking about doing amateur porn with a camcorder in a dingy hotel is not a positive direction. That's absolutely silly and ridiculous. And that just shows how mentally ill, screwed up, and emotionally stunted these guys are. I'm not dogging the MGTOW concept. I pretty much live it. I don't want to get married. I don't want a girlfriend. I don't want to have casual sex. I don't want to have children or cohabitate. I'm perfectly fine if I never got laid again. I'd be okay. I'd be good. But with that being said, let's do something different. Let's go to the next step instead of being stunted. Let's get out of that red pill rage and let's get into some positive actions. Let's get some positive directions. You know, if you're one of those guys living in the basement of your bedroom, get up, take a shower. You probably need one. You know, wash the Cheeto dust off, all the dried up spoo from when you were spanking it. You know, clean your linen, make your bed, take a walk, and look at some other things. Looking at getting some groups, you know, some male groups where they do stuff together. Look into hiking, backpacking, bushcrafting, etc., etc., etc. But whatever you do, don't stay there and don't stay stagnant. Go into a positive direction. Stop the madness. That's the next step. The next step is doing stuff, you know, getting your paper right, making some decent money so you can enjoy hobbies, so you can enjoy stuff, so you can enjoy other things. One of the long-term things I want to do is I want to take the engine out of my 2002 VW Golf and I want to put it into like a Toyota pickup. Maybe not a Tundra, but a Tacoma, and convert it over to diesel. That's going to be an extensive project. It's going to require resources, time, effort, and energy. But for me, that's a form of meditation. And I get satisfaction when I do stuff like that. And I see the completed work and everything's dialed in. Everything's properly torqued down. The settings are all dialed in. Everything's good and it runs smoothly. And that's something I could be proud of. You know, that's something to be pride worthy about. But guys, once again, I'm going to beat this to the ground. Don't just sit around and do nothing. Have a purpose. Find something you like doing. Seeing if you could take that purpose and turn it into a positive direction. Turn it into something that can actually make you some money. But whatever you do, don't stay stagnant. I pretty much beat this one in the ground. This is Grizzly Rising. I'm reporting from behind enemy lines. Hope you all are doing well. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave your hate comments. Dislike, I don't care. Take it easy and have a great day. Later.